guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. So today's video is finally going to be my full face e.l.f. Get Ready With Me. I am so excited to be filming this video for you guys today because I have been promising it for the longest time. If you guys have been around my channel for a while, you know that I love e.l.f. cosmetics. And if you guys are new to my channel, I have a ton of e.l.f. videos. So I will link the playlist in the description box below if you guys want to check out some of my favorites, some reviews, and things like that. I just thought it would be fun to do like a summery date night look, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. I used all e.l.f. products except for my lashes and my brows because I didn't have any mascara or any e.l.f. brow products. I thought I did, I guess I just didn't. So if you have any recommendations for either one of those, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Or if you guys have any other e.l.f. products that you love, I would love to hear from you. So let's jump into it and I'll show you guys how I got this look. So I just started off by prepping my skin with their Prep and Hydrate Balm, and this has been one of my favorite products ever since I first discovered it a while ago. It just really helps to obviously prep your skin for foundation. It's very hydrating and I feel like it just makes your skin look really smooth and beautiful. So I really like to use that mainly in my T-zone area. And then I'm going in with the Shadow Lock Eyelid Primer in the shade Pearl. They have two versions. I really like this one. I like it better than the original because it really helps to brighten up the eye area. And I feel like it's a little bit more dry than the original, so for some reason it works better on my oily eyelids, but I've been a big fan of this one. It has a little bit of shimmer, but you can't really notice once it's on the eyes. Then I'm just going to go in with my favorite palette of the moment. This is a newer release and it just comes with 7 really beautiful matte shadows. You can use them as eyeshadows, eyeliners, or on the brows, but I love the formula. They're very smooth and blendable and I just can't get enough of them. So I mixed the first 2 shades together and I just applied them from my lash line all the way up into my brow bone. Then I went in for the e.l.f. Matte for Matte 2 palette and I used the second shade in the palette as a transition color. So I didn't list all of the brushes that I was using just because some of them were limited edition, some of them were part of holiday sets, but I will list whatever I can find in the description box below. I also have a few videos on my favorite e.l.f. brushes if you guys want to check them out, but both of these brushes were from a holiday set, which I think is still available, so if it is, I'll link it below. Then I'm just going to go in with the orangey shadow from this palette and a crease brush and blend it right into my crease. This is going to add a lot of warmth to the eye look, and you kind of, like, I cover a lot of it up so it looks a little bit intense, but if you are a fan of warm shadows, you are going to love this one. It's very blendable, very smooth. And then I'm just taking that big fluffy brush and blending it out really well because I didn't want anything too harsh today. But if you are a fan of warm eyeshadow looks, there are a lot of colors in the Matte for Matte 2 palette that you are going to love. I feel like it's so fun for spring and summer. And then I have been loving these liquid shadows so much. I only have 2 of them. I have this bronze shade and then I have a gold shade. The bronze one has been my favorite just because it creates like a really easy go-to eye look. You can use it on its own, but I like to just smooth it out over the eye with the applicator and then take a brush and blend it in. And I feel like that really helps to just kind of lock it into place before it dries. Obviously you can use your finger as well and you can just skip all shadow and just apply that and you get a really beautiful like one shadow eye look. But I feel like they're so easy to work with. If you are scared of cream shadows, try these because they work really well on their own or with other shadows. I'm just taking the brown from the palette and I'm blending it right into my outer corner as well as the crease. I really wanted to focus it on the outer corner. Obviously you could have left the eye look as it was, but for a summery date night, I wanted something a little bit more dramatic. Also, I feel like I could have blended the orange shadow a little bit better, but for some reason, like the upper part of my eyelid never wants to take eyeshadow. I don't know if I just don't put enough eye primer on it or what, but for some reason I always have trouble blending up there. Then I'm just going to go in with the e.l.f. liquid liner and line my upper lash line and wing it out. I cannot do winged liner on camera, so I apologize. I didn't get a lot of this and then it was focusing in and out, but I love this liner. I've used it for years. I've probably gone through like 10 of them. It's just a really good option from e.l.f. Cosmetics. If you are one to mess up your winged liner like I am, definitely grab the makeup remover pen. I use it every single day to clean up my wing and it just makes it look really sharp and crisp and you don't have to worry about getting a perfect winged liner. Then I'm going in with my favorite e.l.f. face primer. This one is just so good. It feels like a higher end primer. It's very moisturizing, but it leaves the skin with a semi-matte finish. It's luminous, but at the same time, it's not overly shiny. I am using the moisturizing foundation stick, which is not available on the e.l.f. website. It's available on Ulta's website. So I don't know if e.l.f. discontinued it or if it was just out of stock, but I apologize. I would have used something that I knew was available I like the acne fighting foundation, and I really like the flawless finish foundation as well. And I am going to do a video on all of the e.l.f. foundations that I have tried, so stay tuned for that. I'll do like demos and reviews and everything so you can decide which one will work best for you. But I really like this one. I hope it's not discontinued. Again, I only saw it on Ulta's website. It's very just easy to use. I would say it's a good medium to full coverage foundation. You can build it up really well, and it is hydrating, but I have oily skin and it seems to stay in place for me really well as well. This shade is a little bit light, but the powder I used is a little bit dark, so they kind of balance each other out. Then I'm going in with the HD Lifting Concealer, and I'm just applying it right under my eyes. I love this concealer. It is so smooth and creamy and hydrating. It's just one of the best concealers that I have personally tried that's affordable. The only thing is that the shade range is pretty lousy, so hopefully they will release additional shades soon. In the meantime, if you can find a shade that works for you, I definitely recommend grabbing it. So I'm going in with this finishing powder, which I have been loving so much lately. I would use an e.l.f. sponge, but my dogs got a hold of mine and I haven't repurchased them since, so I'm just using a damp beauty blender. As you guys can tell, the powder is a little bit dark for me, but once I have the rest of my makeup on, it will look fine. This is the lightest shade though, so I would recommend even going like a shade or two lighter if you are darker than me and you don't know which shade to try, because the lightest shade turns out very dark. I am using a good amount of it though because my sponge is damp, so if you use like a fluffy brush and blend it out, it's not quite as noticeable that it's so dark, but just keep that in mind if you are shopping for it. But I've really been loving it a lot lately. It doesn't add too much coverage to the skin, but it helps to give you a really beautiful finish. So then I'm just going to go in and do my eyebrows. I didn't have an eyebrow product from e.l.f. or a mascara, so I did those off camera. Then I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. palette, which is one of my favorites. It comes with a bronzer, 2 blushes, and a highlighter. And I'm just going to go in with the bronzer and bronze up my skin, focusing around my cheek area, my forehead, and my jaw area as well. I just love this palette. I feel like the product is very blendable, but it's not too intense. It gives you a little bit more of a natural look. And then I'm going to go back in with this matte palette and use it as a contour shade. I think that I had a little bit of a darker or warmer contour shade on this brush from when I tried to film this video yesterday and failed, so my contour is looking a little bit warm, but that shadow is a really great option. I just mixed together the 2 blushes from the palette and applied it to my cheeks, and it just gives a really beautiful matte finish. I also love the e.l.f. baked blushes, but I just really wanted to use these 2 colors because I feel like they went really well with the entire look. Then I'm just going in with these 2 shades and I'm just going to apply them on my lower lash line, not anything too intense, and then I applied a little bit of mascara as well. I don't like to really line my lower lash line with a dark product, but I feel like when I apply mascara, it kind of gives it a dark, dramatic effect, which is fine. But then I'm just going to go in with this highlighter. You guys, this has been my favorite highlighter in the entire world. It is so pigmented and so beautiful. They have a few different shades available. I believe the one that I have is Starlight Glow, and it's just gorgeous. It gives you such a pretty glowing from within highlight. Well, I mean, it's kind of intense, so I don't know if I would call it a glowing from within highlight, but I also like to use it in my inner corners just to really brighten up the eye look. I think this item was discontinued. I found it at the Dollar Tree a while ago and I couldn't find it on their website. It's their Jumbo Eyeshadow Stick, just in a gold shade, but I had it and I really wanted to use something to brighten up the waterline, so I did use that. And then I just went in with this glossy gloss. This one is actually discontinued as well, which I did not realize, so I apologize for that. I want to try their new lip tint oils though, because I've heard really great things about them. So that is it. That's the final look. I just wanted a really simple, easy, glossy lip because that's what I've been going for a lot lately. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you want to see more e.l.f. videos. And of course, I will link my playlist in the description box below. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.